Hi everyone, registered in my section of 611 for spring of 2023. My name is Lorraine Holtzlander. I'm in Saskatoon, which is situated on Treaty 6 territory and homeland of the Métis. I'll be your facilitator as we go through this quite fun and exciting course, and hopefully it's also the final course in your master's journey. I think you'll really enjoy 611, where you have an opportunity to focus on an area of passion for you. Perhaps you'll find yourself getting into the literature on some changes needed in your own practice setting, or maybe a learning theory or a tool that you can use and write about how to apply and evaluate it, or maybe even you've had a chance to evaluate and use a tool and you could write about that. You can't really collect any new data. There won't be time for that in this course. So many students write a commentary article, a discussion paper. Another excellent idea is to write a case study. You've been through many situations, and oftentimes you can write a case that would be typical in your area or in your teaching, and then apply the literature to come up with solutions for how best to handle that situation and improve practice. There are a lot of more ideas and an overview of the course in the webinar that was held on April the 5th, and there's a recording of it as well. So that was like a pre-611 preparatory webinar, because students find that they have to hit the ground running in this course to sort of get to that goal of a final manuscript within 3 months. It's not very much time, but all of the things we do in the course in a very stepwise approach will get you to that goal. So just keep in mind that each post, required post, each assignment is geared towards the final goal of that final manuscript for publication, to publication worthy, ready to be submitted to a specific journal. The assignments and the posts all build on each other in a stepwise approach. So you complete an outline, you write out your thesis statement and key arguments, and then those become the structure for the manuscript. So you're not coming up with new things for each assignment, they all build on each other. Please just jump into those discussion forums and post initial ideas for feedback. Just writing down your thoughts and ideas is really where I call it the magic happens, because the writing and the feedback and the rewriting is where you really come up with the important insights and thoughts you might not have had before. Previous students really enjoyed the opportunity to work in small groups. So right from the beginning, we'll be organizing some small groups. The main point of those groups is to be conducting peer reviews on each other. Once we get to that point, you'll be doing those peer reviews. Students do find them a challenge, but they also find them some of their greatest learnings through the course, to be completing peer reviews for each other. So you're going to be amazed at the rewards you received from the course, just from focusing on that one area, and how your writing skills will progress. Towards the end of the course, you'll also present your findings in the form of a poster or a presentation in the Knowledge Translation Congress. And a lot of times students could then also keep that knowledge translation piece, for presentation in their own clinical settings or perhaps at a professional conference. So all of the parts of this course are very practical and hopefully can be used later on in your practice and your work. I posted a document with the key dates for the term, for all the assignments and the posts. It goes along quickly, especially once you've submitted that complete manuscript draft, which happens at the end of week 8 on June 27th. At that point, you really don't want to hold up any of your peers either, because at that point you only have 1 week to complete 2 peer reviews. So try to stay on track. If there's some reason that you are unable, an unavoidable reason, please let me know. But keep in mind, a lot of work goes into that draft, but then July has really weekly assignments to be done. So try to book some time from work and with your family to really focus on this course. It will be worth it in the end. Some students have said they'd like more information about how to generally structure a manuscript for publication. It's different than the papers and the essays you've been submitting so far in your coursework. I recommend, and I think this was mentioned in the webinar, that you look at some journal articles in your area, some journals that you might be interested in submitting to, because you do need to choose a journal fairly quickly too. But find some publications in your area, and hopefully maybe a literature review or a discussion paper or a case study. Find papers like that that have a structure that you might be able to use as a template. Oftentimes those main headings, you have to have an introduction, and then you'll have a background section, methods, results, discussion, implications. Each journal tends to have their own sort of template that they prefer, and it can be really useful to help structure an outline for your own paper. I've used that approach when I want to submit to a certain journal, and maybe I have some findings I want to share. I'll look at how they generally structure papers in the journal, and then it helps me to get organized in my writing. Journal of Advanced Nursing has some really excellent ideas for authors and templates that you might want to look at for what they're kind of expecting for certain papers. So that might help you to get to feel more comfortable with how to set up your paper. And some students worry about the pass-fail structure of this course. It's different. Keep in mind that if you submit an assessment that doesn't meet the standards kind of found in the rubrics, and rubrics are quite helpful, even though they might seem a bit generic, but they are quite helpful to guide expectations for each assignment, each assessment. If I feel like you've kind of missed the mark, what I'll do is ask you to resubmit. So it's not that easy to fail those assignments. I'll ask you to resubmit with some specific suggestions. So try not to worry about the pass-fail aspects. I'm here to support your success in the course. So stay in touch. Let me know how I can be of support and assistance to you in meeting the course requirements. I'm looking forward to getting to know each of you. Sometimes a phone call, a video chat can be really helpful, so be in touch with me if you want to have a meeting. I'm pretty flexible, and I've posted that information about my phone number and that in the Moodle. So be in touch. I'm open to a conversation. Maybe you're stuck in a certain decision early on and just need to have a little chat about it. I'm free to do that and to help you get your thoughts sorted out so you can move quickly and enjoy the course. So please feel free to connect with me anytime, and I will see you in the Moodle.